All right, the next company has traveled a long 20 minutes to get here from the outskirts of Paris. So Alex, Gary, and Noel, come on up and tell us about D-Ways.
Okay, that's better. Good morning, everyone. Alex, Noel, and I are very glad to introduce you to D-Ways today at LeWeb'. The concept of D-Ways is very simple. D-Ways enable car owners to share their car with their own community in exchange of financial indemnification. And car driver to have a set of cars around them at their disposal at a very fair price.
Everything started on the ESSEC campus, our business school. I was living in the student dorm and didn't have any car. So I kind of knocked on everyone's door, and I met Gary, my friend, who proposed me to share his smart. So I drove it like several times. I kind of liked it. So we decided to think of a fair compensation system for the use of his smart. So then other friends got into our system, and we had to manage like 30 cars with just a phone number and an Excel file. So it was such a success that we realized that we were about to do something huge.
Actually, in cities, public transit are oriented toward the center. That's why most of people decide to have a car. But in fact, those cars stay parked the most of their lifetime. For example, in France, we have 35 million of cars that stay in use 97% of their time, which is a huge waste. A waste of money, a waste of space, and a waste for the environment. And what we did on the ESSEC campus could be a solution for mobility problems of millions of people. That's why we decided to create D-Ways with Noel, which is our CTO, to solve this problem.
So D-Ways, how it works, is really easy. As a car owner, you register your vehicle information. Then D-Ways suggests you a price for the hour and the day, but you can change it. And then all you have to do is to decide when and where you want to share your car. As a car driver, if you need a car, you just enter the location where you need the car. So we are at LeWeb', it's in La Plaine Saint-Denis, you type in. Then comes from the results with the map where all the cars are geolocated around the place you need. So as you can see, we have a French traditional car around LeWeb'. It's a 2 chevaux. And we also have Gary Smart that obviously is available today as is in LeWeb'. So I just have to book it. If I want to use D-Ways car, I just have to book it and to prepay to complete the reservation. And Gary has to approve the car sharing.
For that, I can have a look on your profile to see your network. So I can see that you've been in LeWeb' 2010, so we belong to the same community, all right. I accept the car sharing. Then D-Ways will send us a contract and a checklist, and we'll have to meet, maybe take a coffee together, get to know each other, take a look at the car, and you're ready to go. And after the return, we go back to D-Ways to let the feedback to the community that we'll share with the rest of the community.
The feedback is very important for D-Ways to increase the trust within the community. And to reinforce this sense of trust, we will design new connection features with social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn. And we will keep listening to our community to design new features to make car sharing easier for our members. So for example, we are working on developing a smartphone application which improve a lot the geolocation. We will eliminate the need for paper contracts. You can do everything with your smartphone. And we will even be able to open and start up the car with your smartphone.
So in D-Ways, we made everything to make the peer-to-peer car sharing simple, friendly, economical, and safe.
But what is really important for us is to keep the same spirit as it was at the beginning, collaborative, friendly, and with the idea of sharing, the idea of sustainable consumption. And I will finish with a quote from Renault, the French car maker. Let's share our lives. Let's share the automobile. Thank you for your answer.
So I just saw an announcement, I think it was last week, that Hertz Rent-A-Car, which is the largest rental car company in the United States, has announced that they're going to start renting electric vehicles on a per-hour basis. Do you see this, that the rental car companies are going to start doing things to try and compete with this sort of model? And how do you feel like you'll be able to compete with someone with a big fleet of vehicles?
You mean with electrical vehicles?
Whether electric or gas-driven, just to, the fact that now car share is becoming a category as opposed to renting for a day.
Yeah, actually, within the Waze, you can rent a car for just an hour, or for a full day, or for a full weekend, for a full month if you want. It's really open, and you can do whatever you want. So, soon we want to, as you talked about electrical vehicles, we hope to have some Twizy that are on demonstration in LeWeb on the Waze.
So why, if I'm a customer using a Hertz or a Europe car, I will have to prefer your company rather than trusting a big partner like Hertz that will ensure me that if I have an accident, everything will be okay? And what are the reasons for a customer to choose you?
Okay. There's two main reasons. The first idea is the Waze started in a place that no one can, how do you say that, actually be, because it's not in the center of the street, of the city. We started around the city where no one can be because it's not profitable. What you have really to remember, to understand, is the Waze, we don't own cars. So the thing is not to make profit with cars, with your car, is to get back some investment or the cost you already lost. People, they share their own cars. So the first reason is why you come to the Waze is because there is no one around. And the second thing is very cheaper, because the price that we advise to our community is only the price of the used kilometer. How much is it? It's around 20 cents a kilometer, around that.
I'm sorry, go ahead. What type of insurance do you provide? How do you cover? You cover accident, you cover theft of the vehicles, what type?
Okay. The insurance is very particular in every country. I will talk about France. It's not the easiest one. So if you make it here, we can make it everywhere. In France, the car is insured. So if my car is insured for multiple driver, I can give the key to anyone I want, and the assurance will cover. Every time that there is a new owner on the Waze, we call him and ask him if he gets the right insurance, which is multiple driver. And in the future, we'll make a specialized insurance for our community. We work on the biggest French insurer from 1 year to make that very seriously. But today is not a problem. You just have to call. And what is important to know is also that 90% of insurance are already multiple driver in France. So, for example, Massif, Maïf, 100% of them are already multiple driver.
How are you going to earn money, and how are you going to develop your user base?
Okay. We have two business models. The first one, very simple, is we take a commission on the exchange. We gather the money of the driver, and at the end of the month, we send him the compensation, and we save around 10%, 12%. And the second thing, for example, we plug the Waze to communities. For example, we go to a business school which is far away from the city, and for them it's a huge advantage to have the Waze on their campus, because it's attractivity is very attractive. For example, you have international teachers that come to ESSEC and they say, oh, it's very far away, I don't want to buy a car. There is the Waze, it's very good for them. So we sell the platform. Not selling actually, but they pay us to be there, and they can also ask us to develop specific application for the area.
How do you deal with the keys? Because some of your projects that are competitors to yours are offering boxes where people don't need to, because people need to meet physically to exchange keys.
First, okay. Today, people they meet, but the members are very glad to meet each other because it's about trust. And usually they live in the same community. Now they live in campus. They live 500 meters. The biggest distance is that. So they meet in the cafeteria, etc., etc. And also we will plug D-Ways in communities, or the campus, or neighborhood, small neighborhood, etc. And they will meet to pass to give them the keys. And in a future version, we are developing that. After that, you know, I trust in Alex, I trust in Yoel, I trust with my Facebook friends. So with those people, I can we'll put something in the car that you will able to open it without a key. And I will know, okay, Alex is using my car, he made the reservation, I get the reservation on my cell phone, the time, I say okay, and he can have the code to open the car, start it, and that's it.
And who will pay for the box to open without the key? Who will pay? You will pay? You will provide the box, or the user will...
The business model is not established yet, since we haven't on D-Ways yet, but we have many ideas how to finance it, so we can work easily on that.
For example, on average, an owner can make around 300 euro per month easily, with 2 weekends, 3 days, 2 afternoons, and to finance that, we can, for example, 10 euro per month is not a lot, and there's also association that can help us to pay for that.
Maybe a last question, which volume of transaction have you already done in euro?
1,000 right now. We are celebrating it this week.
And was that capped off with your drive over here? You paid someone the last.
Actually, we went with someone else's car because the smart of Gary was not big enough to put the goodies, you know, all the stuff for the booth.
All right. Well, great. Thank you, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you.